and a higher quality, more light from the LEDs.
Hello and welcome to another one of our Ask the Expert videos here at Boat How To. I'm Jan Attenstedt.
And I'm Nigel Calder.
And today we will talk about LED lights. We got somebody who was wondering whether he can actually replace all his incandescent lights with LED. So, is it that simple, or what do you have to look out for?
Well, yes, but it's not that simple. It is it? So, with LEDs, there's a number of different aspects you have to take into consideration. You know, an LED has a very concentrated beam of light. So, if, for example, it's a cabin light like this, you need a wide area lighting. So you either need LEDs with a wide beam angle, or you need a bunch of them pointing in different directions to get adequate lighting. So you have to consider the beam angle. And then the LEDs, they have something called a color temperature, which where most of us are familiar with respect to compact fluorescence. But you need a color temperature below 3000 K. If it's above that, you get a very cold, kind of blue, harsh light.
Well, they have that here in Italy. It's actually everywhere in the bars. You have very, very like cold light temperature.
Yes, yeah.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah. So ideally, you want to be down below 2800, maybe 2600. It took them decades actually to develop white light with that color temperature. And now I think I've seen LED lights down to 2200 K, at which point you've got a very kind of warm, almost orange light. But so somewhere around 2600, 2800 K. But then the way they make most white LEDs, there's different ways of doing this, but typically you have 3 different colored LEDs, and the combination of the light makes white light. And if the LED is not well designed, you get very uneven quality, light quality. So we have something called the color rendering index.
Okay. Yeah.
And with incandescent and halogen lights, typically you're above 90 on the color rendering index. Once you get below 80, the light is unpleasant, and so you need...
And colors look weird, huh?
Yes,
I mean, you can't see certain colors anymore.
Right. Yeah, so you need the color rendering index to be above 80 and preferably as high as 90. And then within the base of these LEDs, we have a device, a controller of some sort, which most of them these days is actually a tiny little DC to DC converter operating at a high frequency. Well, anytime you've got high frequency switching, you get radio frequency interference.
So watch out for your radio.
Well, you stick it on one of these lights near the nav station, and it's purely and it doesn't have adequate suppression in it. It's going to screw up the navigation electronics. We have lots of instances of masthead navigation lights on sailboats screwing up the VHF
Yeah,
reception.
if it's placed right next to the antenna.
Yeah, yeah. So you need to have LEDs that are adequately RFI suppressed, but anywhere close to the nav station or electronics or the VHF.
Yeah.
So there's a number of issues there that go well beyond simply picking a light bulb.
Yeah.
But having said all of that, there's no reason why we can't replace every single light fixture on a boat with LEDs.
Yeah.
My brother has a 40-foot cruising boat, which had all halogen lights straight from the boat builder. And we replaced the halogen lights in his saloon alone, in that one cabin. And it dropped the lighting load down to a fraction of what it was, and a higher quality, more light from the LEDs, using the same fixtures. Didn't have to change any fixtures.
The technology is there, but you need to make sure that you get good quality and you know kind of what you buy. And we actually talk a lot about this in one of our bonus modules at Boat Electrics 101. If you want to check out that course at boathowto.com as a bonus to Boat Electrics 101. See you soon.